Hello, and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I am your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by one of my favorites, Miss Jane Williams, who is the Executive Director of Love Columbia. How are you, Jane?
I'm doing great.
It is very good to have you in this seat. This is your first time on my show.
It's my first time.
It is. It's exciting to have you here. Now, for anybody who may be watching or listening who is not familiar with Love Columbia, just tell us a little bit about what you do.
All right. Well, for almost 17 years, we have been coordinating and connecting relationships and resources to what we love to say, just love people forward.
Yes.
So Love Columbia has a range of services to help our neighbors, some of whom are struggling to make ends meet, some of whom are just needing someone to accompany them along a path to the life they want, and we surround them with all the resources and people and love they need.
Yeah, and that is a big statement. But you guys do a lot of really big things. What kinds of programs do you have going on at Love Columbia?
Well, our three big buckets really focus on financial, career, and housing advancement. So lots of financial coaching, everything from basic budgeting, oh no, I've never written down my expenses and income before, to how do I get my credit score up, to kind of an intensive, almost like a Weight Watchers for your money program to try to just help folks understand how to make their money work for them and to see what steps they need to take to become financially stable. Career coaching, just all the things you'd normally expect, but a lot of career exploration. Most people have no idea what their options are. And so we do a lot of career exploration, connecting with different businesses in the community and just try to help people find a way to earn more money, which is what you need right now in these inflated times.
Yes.
Housing, it's everything from we're helping people who are unhoused find a place to live, and all the way up to helping people buy houses.
Wow. And I mean, speaking of helping people buy houses, I've heard a lot. We've had Mark Briley from Anderson Homes on the show a few times, and he always talked about the partnership that they have with Love Columbia, their foundation. Tell us a little bit about how you guys almost take people through step by step, the house buying, what it's like to own a home, what you need to own a home, and then they somehow qualify for housing?
Well, we wish more people did. We wish there were more houses, but Mark sat in on our Affordable Housing Coalition. We started this in 2021 just to get people in the room together all across Columbia to brainstorm about what can we do to increase just the housing stock, because that's a lot of why we see people unhoused and just so many people stuck in rentals when they'd like to own a home.
Yes.
There just isn't really enough. So Mark had heard that our home buyer class had, I think, that very first few months that we started it in 2023, we had 27 people in the class and there weren't any starter homes in their price ranges. So he and Russ Anderson put together Anderson Homes Foundation and built their first 3 homes that they sold for quite a bit under market value for families that had gone through our class. So our home buyer class really can start with pre-home ownership. If your credit score is below 600, we'll help you figure out how to get it up, because you're probably not going to be eligible for a loan if you have that. Then you go to the class and there's a whole range of amazing community members that help you just every aspect of home buying. And then you can, if you go to the class and you are in a certain income range, you can qualify for up to $10,000 down payment assistance from the City of Columbia and from some other entities that we know about and can help you with.
That is really what an amazing program. And like you said, it's so needed right now. We know the inventory is low, and we wish that there were so many other pieces of plots of land that Anderson Homes or any other developers could scoop up to help with this program. But we are so grateful that you guys are doing the hard work, the pre-vetting, right?
You're right.
The getting people equipped to be able to be successful when they get in those houses.
That's right.
That's a really important part of it.
Yes.
And so this is Love Month, Jane.
Yes.
It's Love Month. I have my my little mirror that you brought me that I actually need. This is perfect, but I love the message that's written on it. It says, loved, gifted, and valued. I love this so much.
Well, we feel like that's what people need to hear. These are hard times, and especially if you're in a lower wage job and you're really struggling with inflation. Rent's gone up over 25% since the pandemic, and 27% of people in Boone County are paying more than half of their income in rent right now. So a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people are wondering, can I do it? Can I work my way out of this? And we just want people to know you are loved here at Love Columbia. We see that you're gifted, your gifting is valued, and we are going to help you find a path to success.
Yeah, that's a commitment, right, Jane? That's not just we call it a program.
Right.
But that's a commitment. You guys are hand-holding and walking with people through really some of the more difficult times that they are going through in their life.
Yes, I've been doing this a long time, and I've never really seen it so hard, to make your way forward. But we have lots of people that come alongside, and we have a joy bell we ring at our office to celebrate every milestone, and we just love to be cheerleaders and find volunteers. We have 400 volunteers last year. Many of them volunteer as coaches or just coming alongside in encouraging ways. A young guy is making freezer meals to help struggling single moms. She comes in and she just had a bad day and she needs that meal to go home. And so we have opportunities for neighbors to love on their neighbors in every imaginable way possible. So we'd love to have more neighbors just jumping in to help, and really volunteering, giving makes our lives more meaningful.
Yeah, it really does. I'm a testament to that. And so you mentioned volunteers. Before we get out of here, can you use more volunteers?
We could definitely use more volunteers. Right now we've got 19 people doing tax preparation. Now that may not be for everybody. You might rather go out to the Love Seat, our furniture bank that helped almost 200 families with whole households of furniture last year. You might want to sort through household box materials or sort clothes to give to somebody who needs for a job interview. Every imaginable opportunity, we would love you to join Team Love.
Well, I love it. What is your website? Really quickly?
It's lovecolumbia.org.
Okay, lovecolumbia.org. Jane, thank you for being here. It's always a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.